Halstead Telephone Company and R&J Broadcasting Incorporated is proud to present to you this broadcast on yourliveevent.com.
Welcome to Towson Field for our winners bracket portion of the 2025 North Dakota State Babe Ruth Baseball Tournament. I'm Chase Miller alongside Greg Grenz. Welcome to our pregame show where earlier today, Park River 10-run ruled Burlington 10-0 in 6 innings, and Lemoore also 10-run ruled Bottineau 13-3 in 6 innings. So the loser of this game will go up against Lemoore tomorrow at 2:30 in an elimination contest. The winner of this game will play at 5 o'clock tomorrow, late afternoon, early evening against the winner of our nightcap later tonight with Central McLean and Thompson. Again, coming up here on our pregame show, we'll hear from the coaches. We'll recap what happened earlier today. Then and more, we'll get to a bracket breakdown with Greg Grenz on recapping what happened in those 2 elimination games and some of the players that stood out. That and more still to come from Towson Field here on your live event.
Stay up to date all year long with your live event from our social platforms with X, Facebook, and YouTube. From the latest coaches show to watch game broadcasts back on demand from earlier in the season. Search your live event on YouTube and hit subscribe.
Outside the three-point arc. Pick and pop here with Spaeth into the left side corner. 3, good!
For the complete and most up-to-date schedule throughout the year, head to our website at yourliveevent.com.
Partnership is a way of life here in the Northland. It's about pitching in to help our neighbors, making lending decisions locally, honoring long-term commitments to farmers, Main Street businesses, teams, schools, and rural communities. We're more than just a bank. We're a community partner, working constantly and diligently to enrich the lives of everyone we serve. Bank North, always true.
As we continue on our pregame show here today from Towson Field, as we go to now Mr. Greg Grenz, as we get to our Nodek Insurance Company, Chris Moan Agency Bracket Breakdown, your agent with the answers in Grand Forks and Nelson County. Greg, we just mentioned moments ago what happened in terms of the final score, but what happened in those games, and who were a couple of players that stood out in our earlier elimination contest, Greg?
I think for Park River, you had some pretty good pitching. Owen Brown, 3 1/3 innings, no runs allowed. Maddox Jorgensen, no runs, so it was a no-hit, a shutout there. And, that Park River coach was saying that they got probably one of the stronger pitching staffs here in the tournament, so they proved it there, shutting out Burlington, and they move on. So it was a nice job by Park River, and it sounds like they still got a lot of pitching left. So, you have to have that pitching when you lose that first game because it's a long ways back to get back to, if you want to win a championship.
So that was Park River, Owen Brown, as you alluded to. Then
Yep.
Lemoore and Bottineau, Greg, as well. Kind of similar, right? Lemoore got out early, never really looked behind.
Yeah, Lemoore, that third inning was huge for them. They put up 9 runs. The bats were alive, like the top of the order. And Lemoore just cruised to victory there over Bottineau. And, they win it 13-2 in 6 innings. Both games going 6 innings. So Park River blanks Burlington 10-0. Burlington, didn't get a run across in the whole tournament. They go 0-2, and then Bottineau goes 0-2. And, well, they scored 4 runs in their 2 games. They're eliminated. But, hats off to those teams. They make the state tournament. And, they did a good job, but just couldn't get some victories. But Lemoore and Park River will move on to tomorrow's action. So.
Here's what happened yesterday. Thank you, Greg. Between Gwinner and Burlington, Harry Newsted with 9 strikeouts, 2 walks, and 1 hit in 4 innings of work. And Elijah Hansen went 3 for 3 with an RBI and a run scored in Gwinner's win over Burlington. Casselton won 2-1 over Park River. Carver Kozowski gives up 1 run on 5 hits and 6 2/3 work with 9 strikeouts and 2 walks. They defeated Jackson Omdahl, who had 12 strikeouts, no walks, 3 hits, 2 runs that were unearned. That came in the 6th inning, so comeback fashion for Casselton. When we come back after this, we'll get to our coaches' conversation. That is our bracket breakdown, brought to you in part by Chris Moan with Nodek Insurance Company. We're back with more from the State Babe Ruth Tournament with our coaches' conversation.
Back in any phase of life. From the warm, friendly greeting to connecting with your therapist, Apex Physical Therapy and Wellness is the backbone of your health. High-quality care with a personal touch. Apex Physical Therapy and Wellness.
Benedictine Living Community in Lemoore has job openings for the following positions: CNAs, LPNs, Weekend Warrior RN, and a Culinary Services Supervisor. All positions receive a sign-on bonus. To apply or receive more information, scan the QR code now on screen or call 701-883-5363. That's 701-883-5363 for job opportunities at Benedictine Living Community in Lemoore.
As we come back here on our pregame show, we get to our coaches' conversations, brought to you in part by Dakota Heritage Bank. Joining us here from the Gwinner perspective is their head coach. That's Randy Searstead. Randy, before we talk about your opponent in Casselton, just what did you see from your team to pick up a 4-0 win to open up the tournament against Burlington yesterday, and hope to carry over into that game number 2 here today against Casselton?
Yeah, we made plays. We got out of jams, with 1 or 2 guys on, and got a couple of key double plays and line drive catches. But pitching was phenomenal by both Harry and Cole. That's all we all need right now, especially at this level. Pitching goes a long way at the Babe Ruth level, and we didn't walk too many. We only allowed, I think, 3 or 4 hits, and it was a pretty stellar game all overall.
You mentioned Cole. What does he have to do today against the lineup 1 through 9 that's going to give a lot of challenges to any pitcher that's going to be opposite of them here in Casselton?
Yeah, it was some game yesterday, too. I mean, they struggled a little bit with Amdahl yesterday, but they're all 15-year-olds, got a full lineup. Big, they're pretty masculine guys up there in Casselton, but to have a full crew like that, a 15 and a few 14s in there, that makes a lot of difference at the Babe Ruth level, too.
How much fun has it been, district tournaments here, state tournaments here, but to see the community sport come out? I know, talking with some folks, they said it felt like a state tournament, even the districts, with how many fans are here. How fun has that been for your squad here, Randy?
Yeah, Lemoore's been kind of like a second home here this year, too. I mean, it's kind of like in basketball, Edgeley going to Jamestown, so to speak, but, it's a lot of support near and far. I mean, all state, let alone the nation, too, watching on your live event yesterday. I can't remember how many states were watching, relatives and grandparents and so on and so forth, so it was a lot of fun to see.
Final thing for me, Randy, what must Gwinner do to get this game late in the innings and find a way to come out with a W?
Just do the little things right. Play small ball right. Get the outs that are for sure outs. Don't go 4 or 5 outs and give them a couple. That's where they're going to capitalize on you, and that's where they did yesterday too, on the pass ball on the K, and then a couple sprayed base hits, and they got 2, and then it was over. So you got to finish the game. You got to play 7 innings with them, and see what happens with them.
Hey, Randy, thanks so much for your time. Best of luck here today.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
That again, Coach Searstead. This interview brought to you in part by Dakota Heritage Bank. We're back with more after this in Lemoore.
At Casselton Lumber, they want to be part of every stage of your building project from the ground up. Let them assist with planning your project timeline in a way that's affordable and efficient. Casselton Lumber has everything you need to get the look you love with windows, siding, roofing, and doors. From choosing the right materials to the finishing touches, you can count on the folks at Casselton Lumber. Stop in and talk with the crew today or call 347-4471. That's 347-4471.
Growers, prepare your fields and yields against the wet conditions for 2025 and beyond with a drain tile project from Chad's Excavating out of Mayville. Drain tiling will improve and increase your yields and land values for years to come. Chad's Excavating provides free, detailed estimates, and with over 40 years of combined success, they provide professional installation and service. Call Chad today to prepare for your future and any questions that you might have. That's Chad's Excavating out of Mayville, helping farmers grow.
On our pregame show here today, brought to you in part by this interview, Dakota Heritage Bank. It's Casselton and Gwinner in our first of 2 winners bracket games. Join us here from the Casselton perspective as their head coach. That's Max Converbig. Max, before we talk about your opponent here in Gwinner, let's just recap yesterday. 16 straight that Amdahl retired, but you guys are still resilient to find a way to put some balls in play in the 6th inning. What was the one thing you liked, whether it was from Kozowski on the mound or just from your guys' at-bats, that maybe found a glove instead of finding an alley somewhere, but putting some quality bats together to finally strike there in that 6th inning?
Yeah, so first off, shout out to Carver. It would have been really easy for him to get down in the dumps, kind of blame his teammates for not giving him any runs, for any support. But he got up on the mound every inning, and he dealt like he should. Now our guys, I said it yesterday prior to that Park River game, we're dogs. We go in the box, we want to hit the ball. We really just tried to simplify the approach of, with a great pitcher like Amdahl on the mound, you just got to put it in play. Trust that you'll find a gap where there's nobody standing, and we did just that in the 6th, and then we got that go-ahead run.
from one pitcher to another pitcher now with Boer starting today here for you. What do you want to see him against this Gwinner lineup?
I want to see the same thing that Carver had yesterday, where it's just filling up the zone, trusting our defense, let them make plays, and then we'll get the bats going today, hopefully.
As you get ready for this particular game, what was the message to the team as you get ready for, obviously, Game 2, and just understand the situation that you can put yourself in, kind of in the driver's seat for both of these winter bracket games? Obviously, less games is better at a state tournament, Max, but what was the message to the guys here as you get ready for Gwinner?
It doesn't matter who we play tomorrow. We got to play Casselton Black Stockings baseball, and then we'll take care of the rest. But Gwinner, I watched them play yesterday against Burlington. They're a solid squad from what I gathered. And it looks like they play clean, fundamental baseball, so we're going to have to play our best to beat them.
Final thing, I know it was this way in the district tournament, but yesterday had that, state almost championship-esque feel with how many fans were here between Casselton and Park River. What's the community support been like in Casselton just the last few weeks, and almost making it feel like a Legion and or a high school feeling with how many fans are represented here, whether it's in Casselton or even yesterday in Lemoore?
The support is huge. I mean, we are a baseball town, I would say, and every summer there's one team that's going to compete for a title, and right now it looks like it's going to be us. The Junior Legion is still going on at state right now. The Legion plays at state in Casselton next week, so that support will be great there for that entire weekend. But I can't tell you how much support we have as a community for these guys right here as 14 and 15-year-olds.
Hey, Max, thanks so much for your time and best of luck here today.
Thank you.
And again, Coach Covervig with us here for Casselton. We'll continue on the pregame show after this. This interview brought to you in part by Dakota Heritage Bank.
Homegrown local radio is now worldwide with 24-hour streaming. Download the RJ Radio app to hear local voices from local radio with KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ. 24 hours a day from anywhere. You can listen to your favorite programs like the RJ Family Morning Show, local news, farm markets, music, high school sports, church services, more from anywhere. KRJB, KRJM, and 96.7 KKCQ is streaming on the RJ Radio app. Download it to your device and take us with you wherever you go.
Sharing our heritage, sharing our future. Choosing the right bank for your financial needs can be challenging with the many choices available. Dakota Heritage Bank is pleased you're interested in knowing more about what they can do for you. The Dakota Heritage Bank community bank setting is a strong advantage they have over larger, less personal banks. Customers are more than account numbers. They are friends and neighbors. Working together, Dakota Heritage Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Ground North is a coffee shop and boutique located in the Bank North Mall in Lemoore, North Dakota. You can find a complete outfit at Ground North from sizes to small up to 3XL, ranging from sweaters, a variety of tops, bottoms, activewear, loungewear, and more. Ground North is open weekdays from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. For more information or to check out the latest styles, go online to groundnorthboutique.com. That's groundnorthboutique.com.
Those interviews brought to you in part by Dakota Heritage Bank, sharing their heritage and their future with locations in North Dakota and Minnesota. Go to dhb.bank. That again is dhb.bank. Chase Miller alongside Greg Grenz and you as we're getting inching closer to the starting lineups and the opening pitch here today between Gwinner and Casselton. You win this game, you're not necessarily 100% in the driver's seat, but you don't feel like you're way back in seat number 3 with the Cub seat, so to speak, Greg, because if you win tomorrow, all of a sudden you get a day off on Monday. You know you're going to play in the championship, whether it's 1 game or 2 games. So this just gets one step closer. And also, if you win, just a couple less games that you have to come back through on the winner's bracket.
Yeah, it's a really big game, really big win here, whoever wins this one, because, yeah, you move into that 5 o'clock game, and, boy, if you win that game tomorrow, that 5 o'clock game, yeah, you can come to the ballpark, watch, and see who you're going to play. You can rest, you can do whatever you want. So that's really nice to get that day off there.
As we'll find out what's going to happen a little bit later on here between these two teams, between Gwinner and Casselton, then the nightcap, it's Central McLean and Thompson. We come back after this. We'll get you ready for the starting lineups and the opening pitch. It's Gwinner and it's Casselton as we get you set. Our American Crystal Sugar starting lineups are next here from Lemoore.
The friendly staff at Lemoore Drugstore reminds you from prescription requests and OTC medication, you can find it all at Lemoore Drugstore. Download the app and make refilling your prescription requests more convenient. With school just around the corner, let Lemoore Drugstore help you check out your supply list. And don't forget to shop the monthly sale flyer for OTC products, located in the center of Lemoore in the Bank North Mall. For more information, go to LemooreDrugstore.com. That's LemooreDrugstore.com. Good luck to all teams and go Lemoore Babe Ruth.
At Polar Communications, we're more than just a local business. We're part of the community we serve. We deliver essential communication services, create jobs, provide scholarships and grants, and support initiatives that make our home a better place to live. Our success isn't just about amazing technology, it's about incredible people. Our roots are here in the heartland, and our commitment is unwavering, because we believe that a better experience starts with the community we love.
For trusted news, weather, and sports from your community, look to R&J Broadcasting Incorporated, KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio, and rjbroadcasting.com. Hear local voices from local radio with news and information from the area. Your information stations, KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio, and rjbroadcasting.com. Local voices from local radio.
As we get you ready for our starting lineups, brought to you in part by American Crystal Sugar Company. Live the sweet life with great careers, quality products, grower owned. CrystalSugar.com. That again is CrystalSugar.com. As we take a look at our visitors on the scoreboard in Gwinner, as they will be making their way here to the third base side as they will go through their non-starters. But here's how their starting nine will look. Anthony Ferderer, the starting second baseman here for Gwinner. Harry Newstill, the starting shortstop, will be batting second. Cole Fury, the pitcher, will be batting third, followed by the cleanup batter, Elijah Hansen. He'll be the first baseman batting cleanup. Dawson Nagowski, the third baseman, batting fifth, followed by Eli Olson, the right fielder, on the way, as Eli will be batting sixth. You have Skylar Peterson, the center fielder, batting seventh, with Rylan Sauerbaum, the catcher, batting eighth, and then Mr. Yoakum, the left fielder, he will be out in left field here today for Gwinner. We'll go one more time through the lineup here for Gwinner, as they will go like this, with Ferder, Newstill, Fury, Hansen, Nagowski, Olson, Peterson, Sauerbaum, and Yoakum. Here for Gwinner, in terms of their respective coaching staff, it's Randy Searstead is the head coach, and Kelly Newstill is the assistant coach here today. Gwinner in their light blue uniforms, tops the gray bottoms with the dark blue Gwinner, and the highlighted in white with the white numerals. We go from there now to Casselton for our starting lineups. As the Casselton Blackstockings, they will go like this. Parker Wixo here for Casselton. He will be starting in right field and batting in the leadoff side here for Parker Wixo. And they'll also go through some of their non-starters for the Blackstockings as well. Then we go from there to Jonah Tholkis, the catcher, batting second. Carver Kozowski, the shortstop, batting third, with Jackson Deutsch, the cleanup batter, center fielder. Mr. Stahl, the first baseman, Jarris, will be batting fifth. Kellen Cruchet, the third baseman, batting sixth. Cole Boer will be on the mound here, batting seventh. Hunter Hagnes, the left fielder, batting eighth. And Andrew Zemer, the second baseman, will be batting ninth here today for Casselton. So one more time, here's your starting nine for Casselton. Wixo, Folkis, Kozowski, Deutsch, Stahl, Cruchet, Boer, Hagnes, and Zemer. The Casselton Blackstockings here is the head coach. That is Max Kaverbig, assistant coach, again, alongside with Alex Everson. And also from there, Carter Maggio here are the assistant coaches for this Casselton club, as Casselton will host the State A-Legion tournament upcoming next Thursday here on YourLiveEvent.com as well. Again, that is our American Crystal Sugar starting lineups. Live the sweet life with great careers, quality products, grower-owned. That's CrystalSugar.com. Again, CrystalSugar.com. We're back with the opening pitch. That's next here in Lemoore for our first of two winners bracket contests.
Lemoore Hardware Hardware carries your everyday items for plumbing, electrical, automotive, and more. Check out their latest selection of Milwaukee tools from the M18 8-amp Forge battery on sale, $50 off, or buy a 2-pack 6-amp high-out battery and receive a M18 inflator or grease gun for free while supplies last. Plus, browse their sweet pickings section. You'll see brand new furniture and decor. Lamore Hardware is your community one-stop shop. For more information, go to lamorehardware.com. That's lamorehardware.com. Stay up to date all year long with your live event from our social platforms with X, Facebook, and YouTube. From the latest coaches show to watch game broadcasts back on demand from earlier in the season. Search your live event on YouTube and hit subscribe.
Outside the three-point arc. Pick and pop here with Spaeth into the left side corner. Three, good.
For the complete and most up-to-date schedule throughout the year, head to our website at yourliveevent.com.
Partnership is a way of life here in the Northland. It's about pitching in to help our neighbors, making lending decisions locally, honoring long-term commitments to farmers, Main Street businesses, teams, schools, and rural communities. We're more than just a bank. We're a community partner, working constantly and diligently to enrich the lives of everyone we serve. Bank North, always true.
And right on cue, it's now time to get to our opening pitch, brought to you in part by Bank North. Go to banknorth.bank. That's banknorth.bank. Member FDIC, equal housing lender. Bank North been a trusted financial partner for generations, helping customers, communities build, grow, and prosper. To see what values-based banking can do for you, go to banknorth.bank. Member FDIC, equal housing lender. Chase Miller alongside Greg Grenz here on a sticky, overcast morning, early afternoon into more of a sunny, late afternoon. Wind is blowing in from the south, but nothing compared to what it was yesterday. So if you're hitting one out to straightaway center, it's even changing a little bit, almost looking to blow a little bit more towards first base than home plate at particular times. Currently here in Lemoore, it is more of a sunny skies, heat index in the low to mid 90s throughout the majority of the day, and humid is the name of the game a little bit here in this one.
Yeah, I got a 95 heat index. Feels like 95 out there. So
School Boer will put the first pitch to Anthony Furter. Righty-righty matchup. Opening pitch here at 4:02 on a Saturday afternoon. First pitch brought to you in part by Bank North. The 1 ball, no strikes on the way. Here's the pitch. That one also misses for a ball. It's now 2-0.
More officials got things going, starting pretty much right on time. I think all the games so far.
This is going to be hit on the ground, backhanded. Oh, what a play by Cruchet at third. What the throw across the diamond to stall in time. What a nice backhanded play on the third pitch of the contest, and there's one down.
What a way to start here for Casselton defensively. So
those are the little things that Coach Convervig talked with us yesterday and today on the pregame show, just making mention of, you know what, we trust our defense, right? So allow that pitcher. You know, you hear pitch to contact sometimes, Greg, and it's not to say that you don't trust your stuff. It's just trust the guys behind you in certain situations. As this one's going to miss low to Harry Newstill. Had himself a nice day at the mound yesterday. 9 strikeouts in 4 innings of work against Burlington. A lefty, just like Anthony Furterer, takes a ball. Then he takes a strike after that, 1-1. Here, Newstill. Boer, off speed, foul ball. Foul ball is presented to you by Lemoore Hardware. Go to Lemoore Hardware to check out some Milwaukee Power tools to their sweet pickings section for some home decor. That and more at Lemoore Hardware or lemorehardware.com. Here's the 1-2 offering. Hit in the air. That one's got a shot to center, but playing there is Deutsch. Newstill gave it a good ride, but Deutsch was there. Probably one of the harder hit balls we've seen to center field here, Greg, just because the wind is not just whipping in through the majority of the game, and that'll be allowed out number 2.
That's what Black Stockings want. They want outs and quick outs. So
let's go to Cole Fury, the opposing pitcher. As Boer, this will be his first appearance here in the state tournament. Cole Fury was able to come in relief yesterday for Gwinner and help pick up their win against Burlington. Fury will hit this one. Could it be a CNI single backhanded by Kozowski? But even if Kozowski gets it deep in the hole, I'm not sure he would have really had a play on the way. Regardless, Cole Fury gets the opening base into the game, brought to you in part by First Care Health Center in Park River. From clinic and hospital care to specialty services, or if you're looking for physical, occupational, and speech therapy for all ages, go to First Care Health Center in Park River, 284-7500. So Fury picks up a base hit. 1 ball, no strikes here to Elijah Hansen, the cleanup batter who did a lot of hitting in their contest against Burlington. 3 for 3 with some singles. 1 ball and 1 strike. So you see a righty, you see a lefty, you see a righty, you get to see a lefty. Hit on the ground, playable to the second baseman. This one goes to Zemer, makes a clean throw over to Stahl, and that'll retire the side. No runs on a hit, no errors, and 1 runner left. We played a half inning today on the Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard. It's Gwinner scoreless with Casselton coming to the plate.
Telephone company delivers fast broadband internet, telephone, and cable TV to residents in this region, including Halstead, Shelley, Neilsville, Climax, Fisher, Bigland, Gentilly in Minnesota, and Hillsborough, Caledonia, Gardner, and Argosville, North Dakota. Serving the area residents since 1904, Halstead Telephone continues to create a bright future for this region using 100% fiber optic technology. Service plans offer flexibility and choices, and there's local support personnel ready to help. Contact Halstead Telephone Company today.
This is Chris from Agassiz Precision Ag, your local precision planting dealer. How did your planting season go this year? Are you looking to make improvements for next year instead of breaking the bank on a whole new planter? Get the best price of the year on upgrades for your planter from Agassiz Precision Ag this summer. Get $50 back per row per product for some of our best-selling solutions. Make the precision decision for your planter this summer. Give us a call at 701-636-2119 or visit planterdoc.com for more information.
As we come back here, broadcast today from the Ground North and Boutique broadcast booth. Go to Ground North Boutique and also Ground North Coffee and Boutique, that is in the Bank North Mall here in Lemoore. Talking with some of the teams yesterday. They had a satellite stand. They were going to go pick up an energy drink, a tea, maybe a cold brew option. Also, if you're looking for some updated and affordable, high-quality fashion, you can check out their selection from all ages and all sizes at groundnorthboutique.com. That's groundnorthboutique.com. Broadcasting from the Ground North Boutique and Coffee broadcast booth. Chase Miller, Gray Grens with you here as Parker Wixo, Tholkus, and Kozowski, the top third of the lineup. For Boer in that first inning, took 12 pitches to record 3 outs, and now we'll see Mr. Fury for the first time here today.
So Fury's hoping that he can kind of do the same thing, get quick outs here for Gwinner.
As Parker Wixo makes his way to the plate, this is the definition of what speed and a leadoff guy can do if he gets on base. Swing and a miss. It's 0-1. Parker able to get a couple of base hits yesterday. Got the first one against Almdel, then 16 in a row before he got another one in inning number 6. As the righty matchup. Fury fires on the outside. Sauerbum behind the plate. Nagowski at third with Newstill at short. Furter at second. Hansen at first. Yoakum in left. Peterson in center. And Olson stands in right here for Gwinner. The pitch. Hit on the ground. Playable. Fury fields his position nicely. Throws across to Hansen. 1-3 on the putout. And there's 1 down.
So good start here for Fury on the mound. Getting the dangerous batter out 3 pitches.
And you take a look at just the lineup and how far teams have to travel outside of the host school. This is about as close as you're going to get with Casselton and Gwinner making their way here to Lemoore. Jonathan Tholkus with the pitch. I'll take for a strike. It's now 0-1. Casselton just over an hour and about maybe 15 minutes or so to make their way to Lemoore. This will be hit on the ground. Newstill in the hole at short. And this will be a throwing error as this gets by Hansen. Rounding first on his way to second is Tholkus. Tholkus takes the big turn there as they get the ball back in. Newstill just sidearmed and it kind of sailed away from the first baseman there, Greg. That'll be an E6, and you'll see Casselton with their first runner of the game.
Yeah, it was just just a tough throw there, and not, in a game like this, boy, errors might be critical.
As making their way to the plate will be Carver Kozowski. Kozowski, the starting shortstop here. Whale of a pitching game yesterday against Amdahl. That's going to be folklore in years to come, I think, for those two. And seeing how those two players can just continue to mature and grow in their own right. No balls in a strike. 6 2/3 innings. You take the first inning away against Park River. Kozowski was pretty nearly unstoppable after that. Runner at second is Tholkis. The pitch in there for a strike. That's going to be 0-2. Mr. Krieger calling balls and strikes. Pat Adair up the third baseline, and Clayton Greenike is up the first baseline here for our three-man umpiring crew. Here's the 0-2. Kozowski hits one foul, and we'll do it all over again. So for Cole Fury, a ground up by Wixel. Tholkis able to also hit one on the ground, but reaches base on an error. Fury would like something on the ground again to get out number 2, if not potentially his first strikeout on pitch number 9 of the contest. Foul tipped. This one just missed by Sauerbomb behind the plate. Another foul ball brought to you in part by Lamore Hardware. Go to LamoreHardware.com to find their selection of tools and anything you might need in the shop at LamoreHardware.com. The 0-2. Strike 3 looking, and Fury gets his first punch out of the evening.
Nice pitch from Fury there, and coming right at the batter and getting him struck out. And he's got 10 pitches now here in the first inning, so 2 down.
Jackson Deutsch, the center fielder, batting cleanup, trying to bring that runner in here with Tholkis, but we'll have a courtesy runner with Fletchock as Tholkis, the catcher, will come in and get his gear. So Fletchock will come in and run at second base now on the courtesy run. So Jackson Deutsch will try to be driving in Sam going forward. You go through these rosters, some will provide different positions. Obviously, the age. Look at Gwinner. They got 13, 14, and 15-year-olds. They hit the tic-tac-toe. Well, there's just a toe, so to speak, or a tack, whichever you like, because Casselton's 15, and that's it on this
15-year-olds
on this particular team.
Wow.
Pick play as Fletchock gets back nicely. Fury looks back the runner. And Fletchock. This one's going to be hit and inside on the inner part there to Jackson Deutsch. That one's going to sting in the morning as he hit it on the inside of the foot. Now 0-1. Jackson able to pop up, though. That's going to have a little limp to it. Probably just going to have a black and blue mark.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that'll be visible for several days, I bet, after today.
310 down the left field line, 350 to center, 305 down and right here at Towson Field. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Deutsch hits one foul. This one will be now 0-2. Fury, similar to what we were able to say to Boer for a little bit, getting some strikes early in the account. Only one count that was at least a ball. This one will be swung and missed into the turf here. Sauerbomb has to go the long way to retire to Hansen. They were able to do so. It's going to be a strikeout on the way. 2 down via the K, but 3 here in the inning. No runs. There were no hits, and error, 1 runner left. We played 1 on the Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard. It's a scoreless game here on YourLiveEvent.com.
Farming today doesn't always feel the same way it used to. Then again, some of it feels all the same. Maybe it isn't so much the jobs that changed, but how they get done. Now that's a different story. Everything got bigger and smaller at the same time. Insurance, accounting, and taxes can get complicated, so you need someone who's looking to keep every dollar possible in your pocket. Ag Country.
Treat yourself to a great career at American Crystal Sugar Company. Team up with quality people making quality products. Full-time and year-round in a stable business. With great pay and benefits including time off available from day one. American Crystal Sugar Company invests in you to promote your continued growth and career advancement. Grow your career doing your best work within the world's best beet sugar company. Apply online today at AmericanCrystalCareers.com.
From Lemoore here today at Townsend Field, Chase Miller and Greg Grenz with you here. Winner moves to the 5 o'clock game tomorrow, the final game of 3 here on YourLiveEvent.com. The loser will have a date tomorrow afternoon at 2:30 against the hometown team in Lemoore in an elimination game. Here's the pitch on the way. Off speed, that'll miss. Dawson Nagowski, Eli Olson, and Mr. Peterson, Skylar due up here for Gwinner. 1 ball and no strikes as Nagowski lines and delivers. This one will be hit on the ground. This one goes to the shortstop. Carver Kozowski picks it up and throws out Nagowski. That's a mouthful as it'll be 6-3. There's 1 down. There's the Adam Palczewski for West Fargo boys basketball, then Dean Wencheski for Minot High. They played each other. They called it the Wencheski-Palczewski Bowl. Be similar to Kozowski and Nagowski calling it the Owski Bowl, as we'll see 1 down here in the top of the second to Eli Olson. As Olson takes a ball, it's 1-0. Boer's falling behind maybe on that first pitch on these at-batters, but then he's coming after him after that. As Boer will miss towards the knee. Now it's 2 balls and no strikes. Here's the 2-0 pitch. Good spot in there for a strike. It's 2-1. 3 ground balls so far here for Boer. 1 fly out. That one also is called a strike. 2-2. Here to Eli Olson. Pitch on the way. Olson fouls this one off. And we'll do it all over again. Foul ball brought to you in part by Lemoore Hardware. That one was close to running in on the hands. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here to Olson. That'll miss for a ball. This is our first full count to the game. Brought to you in part by Chris Moe Nodak Insurance Company. Your agents with answers serving Grand Forks and Lakota. 3-2. Fouled again. Pitch number 22 upcoming for Cole Boer. Payoff again. 3-2 is roped right up the middle, and the winner will have a base knock here. They had a single in the first. They get a single here as well now in the second. And a runner is on. So a ground out to the shortstop by Nagowski. You get the single here from Olson. And now it's to Skylar Peterson due up here. As you'll see, Stahl, the first baseman, holding on the runner here in Olson, working from the stretches. Boer. Oh, fire. That's called a strike. Tholkus behind the plate. Crochet at third with Kozowski at short. Zemer stands at second. We'll get to the outfield after this. Pitch to Peterson. This is going to be hit in the air. Speaking of the outfield, that's going to find some real estate and drop in front of the left fielder here in Hangness. Good inside-out swing on the way there by Skylar Peterson. Runner at second is Olson. Peterson at first. Hangness in left. Deutsch in center. Wixo in right. But Greg, that was a really nice swing there by Peterson inside out to pick up another base hit.
Yeah, Gwinner trying to put something together here in the second inning. So nice bat by Peterson.
As Ryland Sauerbaum, bottom half of the lineup, making some noise right now. Batter number 8 here is the catcher for Gwinner. First pitch swinging hits one, and Randy Searstead off the third base box. We'll see that one come foul. Towson Field, just nice ballpark.
Yeah.
Very intimate venue for the fans.
Yeah, we want to thank Greg Peterson and everybody involved here in Lemoore for putting on a great tournament. Thanks for hospitality as well.
Here's the 0-1. That'll be blocked in the turf by Tholkus. Good block there. It's now 1 ball and 1 strike in a game that started at 4:02 here today. Top of the second inning. Still got 1 more later on with Central McLean, the Cougars, against Thompson roughly at 6:30. This is going to 1 hop way out in front. As now all of a sudden you look up, another ball on the count. It's going to be 2-1.
Nice stop by Tholkus there. He kept it in front. That's really important as a catcher.
Sometimes you're going off speed and you just spike it. And that was one of those pitches, spiked out well in front of the plate. This one's going to be hit, a little line drive shot. They get 1, a chance for 2. It's a Bank North twin killing.
Nice play there.
Kozowski to Zemer. It'll be 6-4 on the soft line drive double play to retire the side. There was no runs on 2 hits, no errors, and a runner left on base. First double play turned of the contest, brought to you in part by Bank North. As an inning and a half is complete, we make our way to the bottom of the second, scoreless here on your liveevent.com.
Say goodbye to discomfort and say hello to reaching your full potential. At Apex Physical Therapy and Wellness, our diverse team of experts has your back in any phase of life. From the warm, friendly greeting to connecting with your therapist, Apex Physical Therapy and Wellness is the backbone of your health. High-quality care with a personal touch. Apex Physical Therapy and Wellness.
Benedictine Living Community in Lemoore has job openings for the following positions: CNAs, LPNs, Weekend Warrior RN, and a Culinary Services Supervisor. All positions receive a sign-on bonus. To apply or receive more information, scan the QR code now on screen or call 701-883-5363. That's 701-883-5363 for job opportunities at Benedictine Living Community in Lemoore.
Well, that was a nice double play there, Greg. That double play again on that line drive shot. Really, if you're Eli Olson, you make even one step towards third, you're kind of dead to rights because Kozowski just was able to flip it over to Zemer. But a good job by Kozowski to make the play first and then get the second part of the play.
Yeah, that was important to get that first out, and then you can double up the runner at second.
As Fury will miss outside for a ball to Stahl. Stahl, Crochet, and Boer due up here for Casselton. 5, 6, and 7 batters. Bottom of the second. Hit on the ground. This one is a right through the wickets of the third baseman, Nagowski. Is making his way to first base. Here will be Stahl. That's just one where you maybe think it's going to short hop you, and then all of a sudden you maybe bring the glove up a little bit earlier than you intended, and that'll be another error here for Gwinner. An error in the first inning went awry when Thulkus got to second. Courtesy ran for by Fletchock, who was held there with 1 out. But now you get an E5 to begin inning number 2.
For Gwinner, you got to keep the errors at minimum. That's their second error already.
As stepping off, here will be Fury. Fury looks back. The runner at first here with Stahl. I'll see what Casselton does. Is small ball variety, or do you let him hit? Looking for the small ball. This one gets backhanded by the catcher. Not going to matter by Sauerbum. Is off on the pitch was Stahl, as he's going to get in with an S&T quick stop stolen base. S&T quick stop located in Thompson. From deli to little grocery to some gas and more, all at S&T quick stop. Small town friendly, big time convenience. This one also goes to the backstop, but this will be a foul ball at 1-1. Interesting play for both teams, right? You go, show the bunt, take it back. Corner infielders were beelining it in to try to take away a bunt. Do you bunt here or swing away? And the answer again is swing away one more time. Now 1-2. Cole Fury will be pitch number 19 upcoming here for Gwinner. Runner at second base is Stahl. Fury looks him back. Breaking ball. Just missed. It's now 2-2.
Gwinner, it's been several decades since they've been here, the State Babe Ruth tournament. I think it was 1970, early 70s.
Trying to make some noise here as they go back to looking for the daylight play, as Furter was just hanging around second. And Stahl saw him close enough just to make sure that he didn't take that extra step. As a 2-2 is coming up one more time. The pitch. Hit on the ground. This one underneath. Nagowski at third as they will move up 90 feet. Crochet gets a base knock. The first hit of the game on the way here for Casselton. Brought to you in part by First Care Health Center in Park River.
Nice hit there by Crochet, and now Stahl, that error at third, kind of 90 feet away from first run of the ball game.
Randy Searstead will come out for a little mound conversation here, brought to you in part by Lemoore Drugstore. At Lemoore Drugstore, from prescription requests to OTC medication, you can find it all. Check them out at the Bank North Mall in Lemoore or go to LemooreDrugstore.com. That's LemooreDrugstore.com. And also with no outs, you don't want this inning to spiral. Sometimes, Greg, early in a baseball game, it's okay. We might give up one, but let's not give up the 3, 4, 5 run inning, which we saw Lemoore do earlier today against Bottineau, where they put 9 runs up in inning number 3.
Yeah, Bottineau wanted to get out of that inning, but Lemoore just kept hitting, and they got the bats were alive in that contest for the A's, that's for sure.
As Fury, runners at the corners. Cole Boer. Runner's going to go, and then the shortstop just can't keep his footing there with Newsel as they had the delayed steal. So throwing it to center field essentially was Sauerbaum, and Casselton did this against Park River. Yesterday they scored a run off of it. They get another run here as they take the first lead on the Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard on that little delayed double steal. It's 1-0 here in favor of Casselton. Third error of the game, and Casselton will take it. They'll take the free bases. Jammed him. Newstel, Yoakum. Yoakum calls off Newstel and left for the flyout, and large out number 1 in the bottom of the second inning. As now it's to Hunter Hagnes.
Yeah, that is a large out because you don't want this inning to continue to get more runs and no outs. At least you get that one out and start settling in here.
And if you're Gwinner right now, you're just quite frankly saying we're giving Casselton the game so far. I mean, you've committed 3 errors. You're fortunate that there's only been 1 run against at this particular juncture. So a lot of baseball to be had, but it's kind of like rebounding in basketball and free throws, right? If you turn over, you have bad shooting percentage at the line, you can't rebound, you're probably not going to win a lot of basketball games. And in baseball or softball, if you commit errors, at what point do you dig yourself too much out of a hole to climb out of, especially against a quality opponent? But regardless, Gwinner still with multitude of time. They put runners on in their own right. They've had 3 hits today, but that has been matched by 3 errors when they've been in the field. Fury looking to Hagnes. As Hagnes will see this one out of the zone. It's 1 ball and 1 strike. 4 batters in the first inning. This is the 4th batter in the second inning for Casselton. As Crochet takes his lead off a second. 1-1. Good spot called the strike. It's now 1-2. For Fury, Greg, he struck out 2 in the first. If you get another punch out here, you're 1 out away from, again, just trying to get out of this inning with just 1 run against. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Large strikeout number 2. Third of the game, but out number 2 here for Fury.
Nice pitch there by Fury, and he's 1 out away from getting out of this inning with just 1 run. If that's possible, that's going to make Gwinner feel pretty good, I think, the team here. So
especially with 2 errors in the inning, the Zemer will come up to the plate. This is going to be hit on the ground. Nicely done by Hansen. Takes it 3 unassisted. There was a run that was unearned on 1 hit, 2 errors and a runner left on base. New score on the Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard. It's Casselton 1, Gwinner scoreless as we head to the 3rd.
Lumber, they want to be part of every stage of your building project from the ground up. Let them assist with planning your project timeline in a way that's affordable and efficient. Casselton Lumber has everything you need to get the look you love with windows, siding, roofing, and doors. From choosing the right materials to the finishing touches, you can count on the folks at Casselton Lumber. Stop in and talk with the crew today or call 347-4471. That's 347-4471.
Growers, prepare your fields and yields against the wet conditions for 2025 and beyond with a drain tile project from Chad's Excavating out of Mayville. Drain tiling will improve and increase your yields and land values for years to come. Chad's Excavating provides free, detailed estimates, and with over 40 years of combined success, they provide professional installation and service. Call Chad today to prepare for your future and any questions that you might have. That's Chad's Excavating out of Mayville, helping farmers grow.
On the Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard, sharing their heritage and their future with locations in North Dakota and Minnesota. Go to dhb.bank. It's Casselton 1, Gwinner scoreless. Chase Miller, Greg Grenz with you here as we head now to the top of the 3rd inning. Gwinner will send 9, 1, and 2 batters against Boer. Now it's going to be London Yoakum with Furterer and Newstel here for Gwinner. As we said, just a few moments ago, Gwinner has put runners on against Boer. They've left 2. They've gotten 3 singles so far here today. This would be hit in the air. That'll go to straightaway center to Deutsch. Deutsch comes in, makes the catch. There's one down.
Got a piece of it, but right to the center fielder.
And if you're Gwinner, it's just all about putting a couple of quality at-bats together in a row and then making some noise here against Casselton. Well, for Cole Boer, he has utilized the guys behind him. No strikeouts, no walks, 3 hits the first time through the lineup. He's gone 2 1/3, and he's so far now with 31 pitches thrown. As that one misses for a ball, it's 1-0 to Furterer. Furterer got to a 2-0 count and grounded out to Crochet, who backhanded it up the third baseline. That'll be 1 ball and a strike. 1-1. That'll miss low. It's now 2-1. Two-one pitch is going to be smoked down the left field line, but that'll go foul. It's 2-2. Foul ball is brought to you in part by Lamore Hardware. More Hardware, your community one-stop shop for plumbing, electrical, automotive, and more. For more information and to find out their complete selection, go to lamorehardware.com. 2-2 pitch. Hit on the ground. This one will go to short. Kozowski comes in, charges, fires, and throws to Stahl. 6-3 on the putout, and there's 2 down.
Yeah, Furterer's got some wheels. I mean, Kozowski, he's a good shortstop, but, just got him out and bang, close to a bang-bang over there.
So Twins back in action tonight as they host Washington. Joe Ryan, their all-star, will pitch. And it's Parker for Washington. Twins won game 1 of that series last night. If they can win today, win tomorrow, they're 1 game under 500 before the Red Sox come into town. That'll miss. It's now 1-0. Harry Newstill with the fly out to center to Deutsch, his first time up. Got a good barrel to it, just a little bit much of an undercut swing. It's 2-0. Fielders know that. They're not really playing Newstill in too much. Hitters count. This will be called the strike. It's now 2-1. Cole Boer, the 2-1 pitch. Hit on the ground. This one will go to second. Glove nicely there by Zemer. Makes the flip and the throw. 4-3 on the putout. 4 straight have been retired. It's a 3-up, 3 down third here for Boer on the mound as Casselton has a 1-0 lead.
Local radio is now worldwide with 24-hour streaming. Download the RJ Radio app to hear local voices from local radio with KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ. 24 hours a day from anywhere. You can listen to your favorite programs like the RJ Family Morning Show, local news, farm markets, music, high school sports, church services, more from anywhere. KRJB, KRJM, and 96.7 KKCQ is streaming on the RJ Radio app. Download it to your device and take us with you wherever you go.
Sharing our heritage, sharing our future. Choosing the right bank for your financial needs can be challenging with the many choices available. Dakota Heritage Bank is pleased you're interested in knowing more about what they can do for you. The Dakota Heritage Bank community bank setting is a strong advantage they have over larger, less personal banks. Customers are more than account numbers, they are friends and neighbors. Working together, Dakota Heritage Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Bottom of the third inning, first time through the lineup for Cole Fury. He gave up just 1 hit, 1 run that was unearned, no walks, and 3 strikeouts. It'll be Wixel, Tholkus, and Kozowski, top of the lineup here at Towson Field in Lemoore. Just early thoughts, Greg, as we kind of get to the midway point of this game, and just kind of what you think on our 1-0 matchup so far.
Yeah, it's been a good one. We kind of figured it's going to be a good one coming in. These two teams pretty good, and it's been pretty good on the mounds. But Gwinner, those 3 errors right now, it's kind of the difference right now.
That is the definite theme. Wixel. We'll see this. That'll miss for a ball. It's now going to be 1-0. You a Vikings fan, Broncos fan? You got an NFL team?
Vikings.
Vikings?
Yep, Vikings.
Here's the 1-0 pitch. I got my dad for Father's Day a couple years ago, just win one till I die, before I die, or disappointed since 1961 because his birthday was that year. So that was the first inception of the Vikings as well, was 1961. I think a lot of Purple fans feel the heartbreak. The crazy thing is you've had a generation of Viking fans that, have Super Bowl losses, but a generation of Viking fans who have NFC Championship losses. Then you got a generation of Viking fans who go, we make the playoffs and we just can't do anything.
Mm-hmm.
There's 2-1, so you can't even get a win.
It's a struggle. It's a struggle being a Vikings fan, that's for sure.
No, 3-1. That's why you got to be a fan of your fantasy football team, Greg, because that annoys you just as much.
Yeah.
3 balls, 1 strike. Fury looking for his 4th K, trying to get it to a 3-2 count. Able to do so. Full count brought to you in part by Chris Moe and Nodak Insurance Company. Off-speed pitch on a 3-1. Where does he go here on the 3-2? 3-2, a high chopper. This one up the middle. Furterer backhands it, drops it, and the theme continues. Error number 4 here on Gwinner.
Furterer just kind of moved a little too quick, trying to get that ball to first, but committed the error there.
It's a tough one from the Gwinner perspective. Wixow's got wheels, and Anthony Furterer knows that as well. So you're trying to quickly make that change across the way, and then boom, it just comes right down. And now all of a sudden we'll see to Jonah Tholkus here, as Tholkus reached base on an error his last time. There's the pick play, able to come back nicely. But in comparison, Casselton, even though there is 3 errors, they've only scored 1 run.
Yeah, right, exactly.
So sure, maybe Gwinner's bobbling around a little bit as the runner's going to break for second. Wixow will get in with the stand-up, make that a sliding stolen base, brought to you in part by S&T Quick Stop in Thompson. But to that point, if you're not going to cash in on the errors, it might come back and haunt you, similar to Park River yesterday against Casselton, where they could never get up by more than 1 run. As this will make it 1 ball and 1 strike here to Jonah Tholkus. Tholkus, number 2 batter here for Casselton. Trying to see if he can move Wixow up, bare minimum. I'll take 1 for a ball. It's now 2-1. He just kind of has that interesting point of the game right now. If Casselton can put a couple of hits together, get up by a couple runs, maybe put this game away, while Fury trying his darndest to keep it a 1-0 game and see if he can navigate through another situation in which Casselton has put a base runner on in the 1st, 2nd, and now here in the 3rd. Here's the 3-1. That'll miss up high above the letters. First free pass of the game here for Fury. Runners will be at 1st and 2nd right now in the bottom of the 3rd inning. As it goes to Carver Kozowski, who struck out looking his last time up in inning number 1. Runner at 2nd is Wixow. Tholkus stands at 1st. Kozowski, did it hit him? Yes,
so.
it did.
Yep.
Pin the tail on the Kozowski, as we'll have bases loaded right now as Wixow goes to 3rd, Tholkus to 2nd. Bases juiced here for for Casselton. As Deutsch will come up to the plate. We'll get a courtesy runner here as Tholkus will check out. Fletchock will make his way.
Boy, huge opportunity here for the Blackstockings.
Without question, Gwinner looking for that 1st out after an error, a walk, and a hit by pitch. Casselton with just 1 hit so far in the game. That one misses up, but you can still win a ball game not having more than 1 or 2 hits. If you get a walk, you take advantage of errors, get a stolen base. That's what Casselton's trying to do here in the 3rd. 1-0, that'll miss up. That's going to be 2-0. Fury looking to find the strike zone right now. If you're Deutsch, you're going to be sitting on 1. Otherwise, you're going to be taking it to see if you can get it to a 3-0 count. That's delivered a strike, now 2-1. Don't mind that take by Deutsch after a walk, a hit by pitch, making sure that you force Fury to split one between the plate. Here's the 2-1. That'll run up. A little chin music. It's 3-1. Three balls, one strike. Wixo at third. Fletchock at second. Kozowski at first. This will be hit underneath the glove of Newstill into left field. Wixo comes in to score, and sliding past third base as he put on the brakes will be Fletchock. It's an RBI single for Deutsch, and Casselton takes a 2-0 lead.
Nice rip by Deutsch there, and kind of stayed patient and got his pitch that he liked and hit a nice single to left.
Fletchock at third, Kozowski at second. Deutsch with the first run driven in of the contest here for Casselton. Base is still full. A chance to put up a crooked number of Stahl. We'll take a strike. It's now 0-1. Batter 5 of the inning here for Casselton. As the infield comes in one more time here for Gwinner. The 0-1. Got him out front. Now 0-2.
Really important for Fury to get an out here.
Fury works from the windup. That's going to be 1 ball and 2 strikes. Sometimes you'll see pitchers in that spot when its space is full, just work from the windup instead of the stretch. Others, you'll maybe just continue the stretch. More of a preference. Hit in the air, this one down the left field line, going over Jochumsen, and that's going to be a fair ball. 2 runs are coming in to score. Here's the relay by Jochum as he hits Newstill, but it's a 2 RBI double for Stahl, and Casselton has a 4-0 lead.
Number 5 hitter coming up big for the Blackstockings. Stahl taking it to left, and Jochum was going. He had a long ways to go, just couldn't quite catch up to that one.
And Stahl got just enough of that one, as you said, Greg. 2 RBI as Randy Searstead will come out and talk it over here, as it's 48 pitches now for Fury. All right. Have a little meeting on the mound. This meeting on the mound brought to you in part by Lemoore Drugstore. At Lemoore Drugstore, get ready for the upcoming school year here. Also from OTC Medication, that and more. Go to LemooreDrugstore.com. That again is LemooreDrugstore.com. As I continue to talk things over here on the mound for Coach Randy Searstead, making sure everybody just kind of plays loose. That's a word that's been thrown around in that Gwinner dugout right now. But they'll have runners at second and third, and now it's about minimizing damage from a Gwinner point of view. Well, from a Casselton point of view, Greg, it's about how many more runs can you get here? You already put 3 up, and there's still nobody out. If you can make the catch there by Jochum, it would have been difficult, but if you could have done it, 1 less run would have came in on the double. But Jochum was on his horse and just unable to crack it down. Here's the 1-0. That's going to be 2-0.
Lemoore earlier scored 9 runs in the 3rd inning, so
that's what Casselton's hoping to do. Crochet with the hitter's count. Fury swing and a miss. Foul tipped into the glove. It's now 2-1. Casselton, no runs in the first, 1 in the second. Gwinner scoreless so far, but 3 hits for Gwinner. This one off the glove of the catcher. Sauerbaum able to keep it close enough. As this will work to a 2-2 count. 6th batter of the inning for Casselton, as they've just kind of had the hit parade a little bit. 2-2 hit on the ground. That'll go foul. An error, a walk, a hit by pitch, a single, and a double here for Casselton so far. Last 2 batters, though, kind of having that hit parade as we discussed. The pitch hit on the ground, a high chopper. That'll go to Newstill. Looks back, the runner at third, fires across, and just unable to go anywhere there was Jackson Deutsch. So Gwinner gets a large out. Their first here of the inning.
That was a nice job by Newstill there. It was, sharply hit, but he still looked at the runner and made sure that he wasn't taken off.
As now it's to the pitcher, Boer, who flew out to the left fielder in Jochum his last time up in the second. Gonna work up high out of the zone. It's 1-0. Casselton 4 runs here in this game. They just needed 2 to come back and beat Park River yesterday. Popped up. This one will go foul. Foul ball brought to you in part by Lemoore Drugstore. By Lemoore Hardware. At Lemoore Hardware, your one-stop shop for plumbing, electrical, automotive, and more. Go online to LemooreHardware.com. So make sure Sauerbaum's got the catching mask all slated and ready to go.
Yeah, it's hot out there. For the catchers, it's a little bit hotter. All the gear on, the umpires with their gear on.
That's just kind of where you might have like a strap in the back of your head a little bit that all of a sudden comes unscrewed, or maybe just off of a foul tip. It's kind of like a NASCAR pit stop right now. You got to come in, get some fresh new tires, put some lug nuts on the thing, and get back out there.
Get back out there.
Only kicker is for Sauerbaum. This couldn't have been after the third out where you got the half inning to work on it in the shop, so to speak. You got to hit a little more Hardware and get some supplies and make your way back down, not too far from Towson Field.
Coach coming out too now.
Yeah, Randy Searstead talking it over here with Cole Boer. All in good fun. Story of the game, if you're just joining us, 4-0 here in favor of Casselton. Gwinner has left a couple of runners on. They did hit into a line drive double play to finish the second when they had runners at first and second with 1 out. Eventually, Kozowski went over to Zemer after the line drive, and then Gwinner has committed 4 errors in this game, where Casselton unable to take advantage of the first. Gwinner had 2 errors in the second that Casselton was able to take advantage of, and so far 1 error here in the third to start the inning off, and that has just multiplied into what we've seen with 3 runs across here in the bottom of the third inning. As Coach Searstead gives a little fist bump to Sauerbaum. That was a full timeout for Coach Searstead in girls basketball, the head coach for Sargent County girls. As Fury, we'll see this out of the zone. As it's a 2-ball, 1-strike count here to Boer. The runner at third base is Deutsch. Runner at second is Stahl. Infield's in. We're seeing Fury miss a lot up, not a lot in the zone at the knee. A lot kind of towards the letters and up to the chin. 3-1. Hit on the ground. This one will go to Ferderer. Makes the backhanded play. Goes home. That's not going to be in time. And coming in to score will be Deutsch. Deutsch was off on the hit, and he comes in to score. Deutsch will add another run here. Stahl will go to third base, and Boer gets aboard.
You know, Ferderer made a nice play on that, but went home, and they couldn't get him at home.
Yeah, that's one where Randy Searstead is going to come out, and he'll make a pitching change. We'll let you know about it next here on your liveevent.com.
Ground North is a coffee shop and boutique located in the Bank North Mall in Lemoore, North Dakota. You can find a complete outfit at Ground North from sizes to small up to 3XL, ranging from sweaters, a variety of tops, bottoms, activewear, loungewear, and more. Ground North is open weekdays from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. For more information or to check out the latest styles, go online to groundnorthboutique.com. That's groundnorthboutique.com. The friendly staff at Lemoore Drugstore reminds you from prescription requests and OTC medication. You can find it all at Lemoore Drugstore. Download the app and make refilling your prescription requests more convenient. With school just around the corner, let Lemoore Drugstore help you check off your supply list. And don't forget to shop the monthly sale flyer for OTC products, located in the center of Lemoore in the Bank North Mall. For more information, go to LemooreDrugstore.com. That's LemooreDrugstore.com. Good luck to all teams and go Lemoore Babe Ruth.
At Polar Communications, we're more than just a local business. We're part of the community we serve. We deliver essential communication services, create jobs, provide scholarships and grants, and support initiatives that make our home a better place to live. Our success isn't just about amazing technology. It's about incredible people. Our roots are here in the heartland, and our commitment is unwavering because we believe that a better experience starts with the community we love.
As that'll do it with 59 pitches for Cole Fury here today. He will also have to take a day before he can come back and pitch, as we have our different lineups and pitching change here, brought to you in part by Lemoore Drugstore. So the center fielder Peterson will come in and pitch. Fury will go to second, and second baseman Inferter will make his way to center field. Cole Fury, 2 1/3, 3 hits, 5 runs, all unearned, a walk and a hit by pitch, and 3 strikeouts here in this one. And he is on the hook for both runners on base right now. That is, again, a Lemoore Drugstore pitching change. As you'll see, Peterson, the lefty, go up against Agnes here, the left fielder, batter number 8 of this inning, as Casselton is looking to bat around here in the bottom of the third. Peterson with the breaking ball pitch in there for a strike. Casselton with that little delayed steal is making his way to second base. Now is going to be Colton Storhoff in for a courtesy runner. So Storhoff stands at second. Here's the 0-1 offering. Runners in a break for home. This is a straight suicide squeeze. Oh, what a beautiful play and a beautiful squeeze. No one is at first. You couldn't have done it any better here for Hunter Hagnes. Stahl comes in to score. And it's a little squeeze play, as you'll also make its way to third base will be Storhoff.
That was pretty. That was really nice.
What a play, a straight squeeze on the way. So you get the base knocked, the run driven in. Second run of the game for Stahl that he's scored. Had a productive game so far with 2 runs and 2 runs driven in. Umpire's going to talk it over here. Maybe was there a foul ball or outside or in the batter's box, as they're going to talk it over. And they will award him first base, so everything will be good. So runners at the corners, and Casselton just keeps on climbing here in the third inning. 5 runs here just in the third alone. Now it's to Hunter Hagnes. Same thing. They'll have the delayed steal on, just kind of forcing Peterson to make a throw. They do. They give it on the way to the second baseman, as he will now throw it. Fury trying to get the runner at home. Yes, they do.
Oh, nice play at home there.
So Fury got the baseball. He went to go try to get the runner on the way in Hagnes. Hagnes was just forcing Peterson to go make a play, and then Fury was going to run down Hagnes to first, and the runner at third base was trying to beeline it home there with Storhoff, who was eventually thrown out. Really nice play, as you said there, by Fury with the take by Sauerbond. Second out. This one is chopped. That'll go on the way to Peterson, and that'll retire Zemer 1-3 on the putout. But the damage is done for Casselton as they put 5 runs up on the board here on the Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard in inning number 3.
For trusted news, weather, and sports from your community, look to R&J Broadcasting Incorporated, KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio, and rjbroadcasting.com. Hear local voices from local radio with news and information from the area. Your information stations, KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio, and rjbroadcasting.com. Local voices from local radio.
Lemoore Hardware carries your everyday items for plumbing, electrical, automotive, and more. Check out their latest selection of Milwaukee tools from the M18 8-amp forged battery on sale, $50 off, or buy a 2-pack 6-amp high-out battery and receive a M18 inflator or grease gun for free while supplies last. Plus, browse their sweet pickings section. You'll see brand new furniture and decor. Lemoore Hardware is your community one-stop shop. For more information, go to LemooreHardware.com. That's LemooreHardware.com.
The book is done here on the way for Cole Fury. He'll go 2 1/3, 3 hits, 6 runs. Again, those are unearned You have a hit by pitch, a walk, and 3 strikeouts. Peterson gets 2 outs to get out of the third inning where 9 Casselton batters came up to the plate. It'll be the heart of the lineup now for Gwinner, 3, 4, 5, Fury, Hansen, and Nagowski against Cole Boer. 3 innings of work, 3 hits against, no walks and no strikeouts, and he delivers a first pitch strike. Boer gets the sign that he likes, the 0-1. This will be hitting the air, filleted to right, coming in, and this will be off the glove of Wixo. Wixo, just when he went to go catch it, unable to finish the play, and that'll be the first error of the game here for Casselton. So they will try to take advantage of a free out to begin things off here in inning number 4.
That'll give Gwinner a little life here.
Runner at first is Fury. Hansen at the plate. Fury's in a beeline it for second. Here's the throw down to second base. Do they tag him? Okazowski nearly able to get Fury at second. That was close on the tag, but Fury was able to slide in underneath it for a stolen base, brought to you in part by S&T Quick Stop. No balls and a strike here to Hansen, who grounded out his last time up. Runner in scoring position for Gwinner. Off-speed pitch. I'll miss out of the zone. Farthest base runner that Gwinner has had against Boer was second base with Eli Olson back in the second. That one will miss out of the zone before it was eventually doubled up on a soft line drive by Sauerbom. Here's the 2-1. Hit in the air. This will go to Deutsch. Deutsch underneath it. Fury unable to do much of a tag in that situation on the fly out, and there's 1 down. Now it goes to Dawson Nagowski. Nagowski 0 for 1 with a ground out in the second inning. And if you're Gwinner, this is a chance to capitalize, try to cut into that deficit. As this one is smothered behind the plate by Tholkis, it's 1-0. If you're Casselton, Greg, here, if you can have a nice tidy top of the 4th inning, get the bats up to the plate, the way that they've been putting the ball in play. 3-4 runs is not inconceivable in a half inning, as this one is going to be foul. It's 1-1. Right now for Boer has 47 pitches. Spheri takes his lead off a second. Foul tipped again, brought to you in part by Lamore Hardware. Now 1 ball and 2 strikes as Boer looking for his first strikeout of the contest. Boer right now find a way to kind of hit his spots, get these Gwinner batters out, whether it's a fly out, a ground out. 1-2, there's the first strikeout of the evening. That'll be his first, and there's 2 down here in the top of the 4th.
That was a nice pitch there. Got him to swing through, so nice job by Boer.
Boer has done a nice job recently getting batters out. This will be a strike. It's 0-1 to Eli Olson. Got the double play to finish the second. 3 up, 3 down, third. Fury reached base on an error by the right fielder, and then he's retired the last 2 batters here. So Boer, a nice little roll right now. There's a jam shot to the third baseman. That'll go to Crochet to retire the side. So the error goes awry here for Gwinner. There was no runs, no hits, 1 error and a runner left. We played 3.5 today. 3.5 today on the Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard. Casselton still with a 6-0 lead.
Stay up to date all year long with your live event from our social platforms with X, Facebook, and YouTube. From the latest coaches show to watch game broadcasts back on demand from earlier in the season. Search your live event on YouTube and hit subscribe.
Outside the 3-point arc. Pick and pop here with Spaeth into the left side corner. 3, good.
For the complete and most up-to-date schedule throughout the year, head to our website at yourliveevent.com.
Partnership is a way of life here in the Northland. It's about pitching in to help our neighbors, making lending decisions locally, honoring long-term commitments to farmers, Main Street businesses, teams, schools, and rural communities. We're more than just a bank. We're a community partner, working constantly and diligently to enrich the lives of everyone we serve. Bank North, always true.
Broadcasting today from the Ground North Coffee and Boutique broadcast booth. Go to groundnorthboutique.com for high-quality, affordable fashion, or stop in and try out their cold brew options, some different teas, some energy drinks, that and more. Chase Miller and Greg Renz today broadcasting from the Ground North Coffee and Boutique booth, and throughout the weekend into the early part of Monday and Tuesday here in Lemoore. Gwinner will make a defensive substitution. The second and third baseman will switch, so Nagowski goes to second base, and Fury will head to third.
Yeah, we're going to be here Tuesday.
That's for sure. Just a matter of, are we playing one or are we playing two once we get to Tuesday?
Yep.
As coming up tomorrow, coverage starts at noon. First two games will be elimination contests tomorrow. Then the de facto semifinals will be at 5. As Peterson rocks and fires from the southpaw. And this one will miss for a ball. It's 1-0. And from there, on Monday, also starting at noon with 2 elimination games at noon and 2:30. On Tuesday, starting at 1. Is this going to be hit on the ground? That goes to Fury. Fury across the diamond, just like Randy Searstead drew it up. You switch players. Why do you go make a play? Fury goes 5-3 on the putout, and Wixo is retired.
Yep, nice job by Fury over there. Gobbles up, gets the important first out.
As we'll see now, Jonah Focus so far here today has reached base twice, once on an error, once on a walk, and then Fletchock came in and scored a run in inning number 3. Not just because he's a lefty, but also Peterson does a little bit different than Fury on the mound here, Greg, in terms of maybe what he provides as a pitcher. So as a batter, you got to find a way to see it once or twice, a little bit different. Is this a swing and a miss? It's 1-1. Make that 0-2, excuse me. Here's the 0-2 offering from Peterson. Hit in the air. That one's got some juice to it. And Kerry Yoakum going back. And Yoakum did a really good job getting right to where he needed to be, Greg. Right off the bat, that sounded like a extra base hit, but Yoakum able to take that one away and left.
Thokus, hit that ball pretty good to left. That was well hit, but yeah, left fielder bringing it in.
As Carver Gazowski is 1 of 2 with the hit by pitch. As this one will miss for a ball, it's 1-0. And since Peterson's came on, it was a suicide squeeze that he gave up a hit. Ground out, and a fly out here. 2 balls and no strikes to Kozowski. As Casselton will be looking for a little 2-out rally. Gwinner looking for a nice tidy bottom of the 4th. This one is hit off the end of the bat. That'll go to the first baseman glove nicely by Hansen. He'll take it 3 unassisted. That's the first 3 up, 3 down inning here for Gwinner against the Casselton batters. We head to the 5th. Still a 6-0 lead for Casselton on your liveevent.com.
Halstead Telephone Company delivers fast broadband internet, telephone, and cable TV to residents in this region, including Halstead, Shelley, Neilsville, Climax, Fisher, Bigland, Gentilly in Minnesota, and Hillsborough, Caledonia, Gardner, and Argusville, North Dakota. Serving the area residents since 1904, Halstead Telephone continues to create a bright future for this region using 100% fiber optic technology. Service plans offer flexibility and choices, and there's local support personnel ready to help. Contact Halstead Telephone Company today.
This is Chris from Agassiz Precision Ag, your local precision planting dealer. How did your planting season go this year? Are you looking to make improvements for next year instead of breaking the bank on a whole new planter? Get the best price of the year on upgrades for your planter from Agassiz Precision Ag this summer. Get $50 back per roll per product for some of our best-selling solutions. Make the precision decision for your planter this summer. Give us a call at 701-636-2119 or visit planterdoc.com for more information.
This is the State Babe Ruth Baseball Tournament here on YourLiveEvent.com. Chase Miller, Gray Grenz with you here from Towson Field. I'd like to thank all of our sponsors for providing us coverage here. A handful of them, also including Bank North. We have seen one double play, but we'll see if we get another one potentially in this game. Go to banknorth.bank to find a branch or location near you. That's Bank North. See what value space banking can do for you at banknorth.bank. All through 5, Casselton leads it by 6. Bottom of the lineup, 7, 8, and 9 batters. Peterson, Sauerbum, and Yoakum due up. And so far through 4 innings of work, 3 hits for Cole Boer, 1 strikeout, no walks. Here's the 1-0 pitch. I'll be in there for strike. It's 1-1. Skylar Peterson with one of those hits. Last batter to get a hit to left field as Peterson will hit this one in the air to center. Deutsch able to come underneath it for the flyout. And there's one down. But since then, outside of the error, Cole Boer has been lights out since that single by Peterson in inning number 2. The game kind of changed a little bit in that second inning, where he had the little line drive swing by Sauerbum. Kozowski makes the catch in midair, doubles up the runner at second as he throws it to Zemer. It was scoreless going in the bottom of the second, but a good defensive play. Greg kind of shot Casselton in the arm. They got a run. They took advantage of some errors then in the third with 5 runs across, and that's where you have this 6-0 lead as Boer misses out of the zone. 3-0 on the way to Sauerbum as Boer is trying to avoid a first free pass of the contest. Sauerbum taking all the way, takes a strike, gets 3-1. 59th pitch upcoming here for Boer. 3-1. We call the strike as we get a full count brought to you in part by Nodak Insurance Company, Chris Moan, agents with answers in Grand Forks and Lakota. Foul ball, look out. As someone might have a new, looking back at the parking lot, not a lot of folks want to park right behind the first base dugout, Greg.
Yeah, that's for sure.
3-2 again. Oh, we got another one. As that one will go foul. If the press box would either be about 7 feet higher or 7 feet to the right, we might have had one in the booth so far here this weekend. Nice at bat by Sauerbum. He'll draw the free pass. It's a 1-out walk. The work to count full. Take a couple of foul balls. Nicely done on the way there by Ryland, as we'll have a courtesy runner into the game here for Gwinner. As we'll take a look at who that's going to be, as we have Crosby Wilprecht. Yep. So Wilprecht will be coming in. So Boer will work from the stretch. Gwinner's left a runner on in the first, second, and the fourth so far here. As that one runs out of the zone, it's now 1-0. Oh, as it stands right now, Gwinner's got 8 outs to work with. That's unless Casselton puts a 4 spot up here in the bottom of the 5th inning. That's a strike. It's 1-1. Third baseman Cruchet playing in on the grass over at third. Here's a quick throw back by Tholkus to the pitcher after that one misses. Now 2-1. As Boer, a 2-1 pitch, swing and a miss here to Yoakum, who flew out to the center fielder Deutsch, who's been kept busy so far here today. A 2-2 offering. Strike 3 looking.
Pitch.
And Boer gets his second strikeout of the night. Now, what'd you like about that one, Greg, on that particular spot?
Yeah, I don't know. I just kind of coming right at him and kind of catching that corner. So that was a nice pitch and getting him looking.
Anthony Ferderer steps up to the plate. Third time through here against Boer. Anthony with a couple of groundouts to short and to third. And it's now a 1-0 pitch upcoming. Big swing at that one by Federer. Got a foul tip to the backstop. It's going to be 1-1. The loser of this game will have to go up against the hometown team in Lemoore upcoming. And if it is Gwinner, that'll be an all-District 6 affair between those two teams. As the host team is the only one that gets two teams from the same district in because you're hosting.
I think Gwinner went 2-1 against Lemoore this year, if I remember right.
Here's the 2-1 count. As miss. Boer will give up the free pass. Hit by pitch. Coach Kobervig will come out here. So you have Wilprecht at second. Federer stands at first. We'll see what Coach Kobervig wants to talk about here as they're up to 71 pitches, and they will make a substitution. We'll tell you about it next on our Lemoore Hardware Drugstore. Mound visit and pitching change. That's around the corner.
Farming today doesn't always feel the same way it used to. Then again, some of it feels all the same. Maybe it isn't so much the jobs that changed, but how they get done. Now that's a different story. Everything got bigger and smaller at the same time. Insurance, accounting, and taxes can get complicated, so you need someone who's looking to keep every dollar possible in your pocket. Ag Country.
Treat yourself to a great career at American Crystal Sugar Company. Team up with quality people making quality products. Full-time and year-round in a stable business. With great pay and benefits including time off available from day one. American Crystal Sugar Company invests in you to promote your continued growth and career advancement. Grow your career, doing your best work within the world's best beet sugar company. Apply online today at AmericanCrystalCareers.com.
As we have a pitching change brought to you in part by Lemoore Drugstore here in this one, the left fielder Hingnes will come in and now he will pitch. The pitcher and Boer will make his way now to second base, and the second baseman Zemer will head out to left field. Cole Boer 4 2/3 innings of work, and again 71 pitches, 3 hits, no runs that he's on the hook for at the moment, but he is the runner at second base. Wilprecht and further the problem of Boer if they do come in to score. Couple free passes, 2, and then 2 strikeouts as well. That's our line look and also pitching change brought to you in part by Lemoore Drugstore. If you're Gwinner, here's a chance, right? You got Newstill at the plate, guy who can barrel one up. 0 for 2 today, and then if he could get on base, then he got Fury. As Gwinner is knocking on the door, Hingnes, what will he do with this first pitch of the night? Hingnes throws a ball. It's now 1-0. We're starting to see some shadows creep into home plate a little bit here as the game progresses. 1-0 pitch. Went through the zone. Yes, he did. It's going to be 1-1. There's Hingnes. Righty-lefty matchup. Hit it on the ground. This one will go to the new second baseman Boer, who makes the flip 4-3, and Newstill is retired. There were no runs, no hits, no errors, and 2 runners left as we have played 4.5 today on the Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard. Casselton leads it by 6.
Say goodbye to discomfort and say hello to reaching your full potential. At Apex Physical Therapy and Wellness, our diverse team of experts has your back in any phase of life. From the warm, friendly greeting to connecting with your therapist, Apex Physical Therapy and Wellness is the backbone of your health. High-quality care with a personal touch. Apex Physical Therapy and Wellness.
Benedictine Living Community in Lemoore has job openings for the following positions: CNAs, LPNs, Weekend Warrior RN, and a Culinary Services Supervisor. All positions receive a sign-on bonus. To apply or receive more information, scan the QR code now on screen or call 701-883-5363. That's 701-883-5363 for job opportunities at Benedictine Living Community in Lemoore.
Bottom of the fifth inning, Casselton with a 6-0 lead over Gwinner here in Lemoore. The nice thing about being in the winner's bracket is we'll have the fans pounding on the camera as it goes a little bit left. Also, some of the wind probably moved it one more time.
Might have to run up there again.
But the one thing about these games is, from Gwinner's perspective, if they can't come back and win, Greg, you can have a game like this and still come back through and maybe play in the championship a little bit later on, because you talk with probably Coach Searstead or any of these players after the game, they're not going to say that they maybe gave Casselton the game because Casselton put the ball in play. They did what they needed to do, but they're going to feel like this could be very much a different outcome if it wasn't for those 4 errors currently.
Yeah, that was costing them some runs there, and Casselton taking advantage. But
Peterson going up against Deutsch, as this one will be called a strike. It's 0-1. Deutsch is 1 of 2 today with a single, a run scored, and a run driven in back in the 3rd inning. Deutsch hits one on the ground. This one takes a nice high hop on the 3rd. Fury plays it beautifully to Hansen. 5-3 on the putout. There's 1 down here in the 5th. Now it goes to Stahl. 2 runs scored. He has a hit with 2 runs driven in and a stolen base as well. It's Jarris. We'll see Peterson. This one will be hit off the glove of the 3rd baseman. Fury thought about maybe throwing that ball. That was a rope. 1 hopper there by Stahl. Good job by Fury backhanding that one and at least batting it down a little bit, Gray, because if that gets by him, that maybe could have been an extra base hit instead of just a single.
Yep, that definitely would have been extras. So a nice job there over at 3rd.
It's probably been the hardest hit off of Peterson so far in relief that we've seen here for Casselton. Now it's to Kellen Crochet. Crochet 1 of 2 with a single. Runner takes his lead off of first here. Install. They throw it back over. Hansen stands at first. Nagowski at second. Newstill at short with Fury at 3rd with Sauerbaum behind the plate. Peterson. This one will be hit right back to Peterson. It's a twin killing, flashing the leather.
Wow.
A little soft line drive by Crochet. Install is retired 1-3 on the double play. Brought to you in part by Bank North. Go to banknorth.bank. That again is banknorth.bank. A twin killing to finish things off here in inning number 5. No runs on a hit, no errors, and nobody left. We have played 5 today on the Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard. Casselton leads by 6.
At Casselton Lumber, they want to be part of every stage of your building project from the ground up. Let them assist with planning your project timeline in a way that's affordable and efficient. Casselton Lumber has everything you need to get the look you love with windows, siding, roofing, and doors. From choosing the right materials to the finishing touches, you can count on the folks at Casselton Lumber. Stop in and talk with the crew today or call 347-4471. That's 347-4471.
Growers, prepare your fields and yields against the wet conditions for 2025 and beyond with a drain tile project from Chad's Excavating out of Mayville. Drain tiling will improve and increase your yields and land values for years to come. Chad's Excavating provides free, detailed estimates, and with over 40 years of combined success, they provide professional installation and service. Call Chad today to prepare for your future and any questions that you might have. That's Chad's Excavating out of Mayville, helping farmers grow.
Top of the 6th inning. Once we get to our post-game show, make sure you stay tuned as we will hear from a member of the Victorious team. Get to our Player of the Game, brought to you in part by A Country. Play the contest. That and more is still to come once we get to our post-game show. As for Casselton right now, this one we'll see it a foul back. As we'll see Gwinner with 3, 4, 5 batters with Fury at the plate. Hagnes, the 0-1. This one will be hit in the air. That'll go down the right field line. First baseman comes across. Stahl able to make a really nice play there, fighting a little bit of the wind and the sun. And makes the play in foul territory for the out.
It's a nice job there. Had his eye on the ball, kept running over to his left, and made the put out in foul territory.
Now Gwinner's down to 5 outs remaining here in a contest that started back at 4:02 here this afternoon, top of the 6th inning. Now goes to Elijah Hansen, who's 0 for 2 today. He's first pitch swinging. This one is popped up. If the pitcher can see it, he'll glove it in foul territory. And Hagnes, I don't need to throw too many pitches to get 2 outs here. Here for Hagnes.
Yeah, it's Casselton, especially Hagnes. You're thinking 1 pitch, 1 out. I can handle that.
Now it goes to Dawson Nagowski. Nagowski 0 for 2 with the ground out and a strikeout here this evening. As Hagnes. First pitch swinging. This one's going to be hitting the air to Deutsch. As it'll be a fly ball, and that'll retire the side promptly here in the 6th. A quick 3 up, 3 down top half here for Hagnes as we head to the bottom on YourLiveEvent.com. It's still a 6-0 lead for Casselton.
Make refilling your prescription requests more convenient. With school just around the corner, let Lemoore Drugstore help you check out your supply list. And don't forget to shop the monthly sale flyer for OTC products, located in the center of Lemoore in the Bank North Mall. For more information, go to LemooreDrugstore.com. That's LemooreDrugstore.com. Good luck to all teams and go Lemoore Babe Ruth.
At Polar Communications, we're more than just a local business. We're part of the community we serve. We deliver essential communication services, create jobs, provide scholarships and grants, and support initiatives that make our home a better place to live. Our success isn't just about amazing technology, it's about incredible people. Our roots are here in the heartland, and our commitment is unwavering because we believe that a better experience starts with the community we love.
Chase Miller alongside Greg Grenz and you here from Towson Field. And warm, sticky, but a nice summer's nights, Lemoore, North Dakota. I don't think it matters too much across state, Greg, where you're at tonight. Going to feel warm and sticky out.
Yeah, I think there's heat advisories out for all of Western, Central, a little bit of Eastern. So, yeah, it's definitely a hot one out there.
Let's go Boer, Hagnes, and Zemer due up here for Casselton. 7, 8, and 9 batters. So Casselton, they can win it one of 2 ways. If they score 4 runs here in the bottom half of the 6th, the game will be over because of a run rule. If they're unable to do so, then they just need 3 outs before it stands now. Gwinner scores 6 runs, and they'll be heading to the winner's bracket tomorrow at 5. If Gwinner can have a nice, tidy bottom half of the 6th inning, see if they can put something together, give themselves a chance down 6 in the top of the 7th. But if they're unable to make the comeback, they would play Lemoore in an all-district 6 matchup at 2:30 tomorrow afternoon in elimination game. Big swing. And the 0-1.
So, yeah, we're down to 6 teams left in this tournament.
And after tomorrow, we will be down to 4. Here's the 0-1 pitch. One in the turf. Now 1 ball and 1 strike. Tomorrow, games at noon, 2:30 and 5. On Monday, games will be at noon and 2:30, and then Tuesday, championship at 1 with the if needed to follow. As it'll miss, it's now 2-1. Two balls, 1 strike, nobody out to the number 7 batter here in Cole Boer. As Cole will take a strike, it's 2-2. Reach base on a fielder's choice. 0 for 2 here today for Cole at the plate. This one will be hit down the third base line, but that'll go foul and out of the ballpark. I'm waiting for that electrical pole to get hit one of these days. That foul pole brought to you in part by Lemoore Hardware. Speaking of electric, they got electric power tools, that and more at Lemoore Hardware. We'll have the 2-2 all over again. Hit on the ground. This one will go to Newstone and eats him up. That ball, when it kind of just rolled there, Gray, going from the grass towards the dirt, maybe just kind of took a hop on that lip, and ain't Newstone up there at shortstop, and that'll be the 5th error here on Gwinner.
I think it's just been that kind of game for Gwinner here. You know, the 5th error, and Newstone usually makes that play, but couldn't come up with it there.
As now they'll go a quick pack to third. That's going to get by the first baseman, Hansen. Rounding second here will be Cole Boer. And then Boer will just keep it there. I'm not sure Hansen was ready for that after Peterson Went to almost quick sidestep that one just to see if Cole was going to take a quick step off, get the ball there before he was going to kind of get more into his lead. So now make it error number 6 in the second of the inning. That'll allow Cole to get to second base. As this is going to miss for a ball, it's 1-0 to Hunter Hagnes. If Casselton can get these runners on with Wixo and Tholkus and Kozowski coming up, they can try to finish this one off in the bottom half as once it's swung on and miss, it's now 1-1. From a Casselton perspective, I'll have more baseball coming up this coming week in Casselton for the State A as this has popped up. Who's going to call for it? No one calls for it, and that goes in Bermuda's Triangle. That'll end up as a base hit between Hansen, between Nagowski and Olsen. I'm going to see if someone's going to call for it. Unable to do so from a Gwinner point of view. Base knock on the way here for Casselton.
Kind of in no man's land there, but nobody called it either, so it just lands in between 3 defenders.
Casselton will host the State A Legion Baseball Tournament next week in Casselton, begin on Thursday. As we'll have that for you if you're unable to make it out to the park on yourliveevent.com. Zemer takes the ball. It's now 1-0. Zemer 0 for 2 today with a pair of groundouts, one to the pitcher and one to the first baseman in Hansen as Peterson steps off the mound. 27th pitch upcoming here for Peterson. Here's a bunt. Peterson's going to glove it. Trying to throw it to first base. Yes, they able to make the play, so a sacrifice bunt. Nagowski covering over at second, so Boer and Hangnes both move up. And there's one down. Good bunt there by Zemer to move up the runners. As Casselton's looking for a little insurance here in the 6th inning. Wixel with 1 run, scored 0 for 3 today. Infield will come in. That'll be a ball. It's now 1-0. Top of the 7th, where Gwinner will be Olsen, Peterson, and Sauerbaum. 6, 7, 8 batters due up. It's Peterson with the pitch. That'll miss. It's now 2-0. If Wixo's able to get aboard, he would bring the game-ending run to the plate. Then in Jonah Tholkus. 3 balls, no strikes. Peterson trying to avoid his first walk in relief. As he will deliver a strike, it's now 3-1. Runners in scoring position here for Casselton. Peterson, 5-pitch walk. Wixo will get aboard for the 2nd time here today. Base is full one more time here for Casselton. Wixo stands at first base. Boer stands at third. Hagnes at second, as is the catcher, Jonah Tholkus, coming up. As Peterson looking to see if he gets the runner at third. That's an interesting one, because sometimes maybe if you have a bad step, Greg, or depending on if you lean a certain way, you might get called for a balk call there. Is this going to be hit on a rope? That's down for a base hit. 1 run's coming in. Here's Yoakum. Yoakum's throw going to hit Newstall. Newstall on the relay, not going to be in time. Runners moving up an extra 90 feet. It's a 2 RBI single for Tholkus, and Casselton takes a 8-0 lead.
Yeah, Boer scores, and Hagnes, nice job by Hagnes. He was rounding third and went home and allowed to score, so a nice hit for Tholkus.
Tholkus with his first and second runs driven in. Boer and Hangnes come in to score. Wixo goes from first to third, and now the game-ending run stands in scoring position if he can score here for Tholkus. As Carver Kozowski comes up to the plate. Kozowski 0 for 2 with a hit by pitch and a run scored. As that'll miss. But currently, as it stands right now here for Casselton, they can play Wixel and Tholkus before that third out of the inning. They will 10-run rule Gwinner. As this one is jammed, pop-up, potentially playable for Sauerbaum. As Sauerbaum misses it, as he had to do a full 360 to try to come up with that one, it will be now 2-1.
Yeah, it was kind of a tough play. It kind of twisted around and made a good attempt there right in front of the backstop.
So 2 balls, 1 strike. Infield in yet again here for Casselton. This will be hit right past the third baseman, Fury. 1 run will come in. They'll move up 90 feet. So Wixo comes in to score. Tholkus goes to third, and Kozowski stands at first base. It's 9-0.
Potentially have our third game decided by 10-run rule today. We had nothing yesterday. So tight yesterday.
And we'll see if that trend continues with Thompson and Central McLean potentially. As Carver Kozowski able to bring in a run. They're going to give that a drive and run. First pitch swinging, hit up the third baseline. That'll go foul. So it's going to be 0-1. Jackson Deutsch, 7th batter here of the inning. A single with a run driven in and a run scored. That was all back in the third. As runner will scamper to second base, and Carver Kozowski. Still just 1 out, so you can even have a sacrifice fly here, productive out, and walk off the game potentially. Deutsch will hit this one down the right field line, and that's going to be the ball game. It will be an RBI single on the way. Tholkus comes in to score. Deutsch gets his second run driven in of the contest. As you'll see the Casselton team make its way as Deutsch picks up the hit. That'll be his second. And Casselton picks up the win 10-0 here today in a 10-run rule variety over Gwinner. In a contest that finishes at 5:31 here today. In a game that goes 1 hour and 29 minutes. Cole Boer picks up the win. Cole Fury picks up the loss. We're back with more on our post-game show, and we'll hear from a victorious member of the winning team. That and more still to come here on your liveevent.com.
For trusted news, weather, and sports from your community, look to R&J Broadcasting Incorporated, KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio, and rjbroadcasting.com. Hear local voices from local radio with news and information from the area. Your information stations, KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio, and rjbroadcasting.com. Local voices from local radio.
Lamore Hardware carries your everyday items for plumbing, electrical, automotive, and more. Check out their latest selection of Milwaukee tools from the M18 8-amp Forge battery on sale, $50 off, or buy a 2-pack 6-amp high-out battery and receive a M18 inflator or grease gun for free while supplies last. Plus, browse their sweet pickings section. You'll see brand new furniture and decor. Lamore Hardware is your community one-stop shop. For more information, go to lamorehardware.com. That's lamorehardware.com. Stay up to date all year long with your live event from our social platforms with X, Facebook, and YouTube. From the latest coaches show to watch game broadcasts back on demand from earlier in the season. Search your live event on YouTube and hit subscribe.
Outside the 3-point arc. Pick and pop here with Spaeth into the left side corner. 3, good.
For the complete and most up-to-date schedule throughout the year, head to our website at yourliveevent.com.
As we come back on our post-game show from Towson Field here in the Moore, as we get to one of our player interviews. This is brought to you in part by Dakota Heritage Bank. Joining us is the winning pitcher of record here today, and Cole Boer, also able to get on base and score a run there in that 6th inning to lead things off. For you here, what does it just mean, Cole, just early on in this game? 4 2/3 innings of work, 3 hits, 2 walks, 2 strikeouts. Just what did you kind of see from the mound before you hear pitching today in this one, Cole?
It just builds a lot of momentum going into tomorrow, and like I said, if you make plays, you're gonna win games, and that's what we did today.
Let's talk about some of your teammates. We can talk about a host of them, but Jackson Deutsch gets that game-winning hit, kind of got the offense going in the third as well. He gets a couple of runs driven in. What'd you see from your center fielder, both in the field but also at the plate?
He's a great center fielder, probably the best center fielder in the state, and he can get it done at the plate too, and that's what he did today.
Similar, let's talk about your catcher with Jonah Thulkis. What's a combination? How comfortable are you on the mound with Jonah behind the dish, calling balls and strikes?
It doesn't get much better than Jonah. He's a great catcher and hardest worker.
For you, Cole, going forward, what's something in this particular game you hope to carry over to tomorrow at 5 o'clock here in the winner's bracket?
Hopefully we can get the bats going a little more. We didn't hit great today, but they got it done, and hopefully we can just get the bats going.
Without question, 10 runs today. Cole, congratulations on the win. We'll see you tomorrow afternoon.
Yep, thank you.
Again, join us here. Part of our post-game conversation is Cole Boer with us here on YourLiveEvent.com. This interview brought to you in part by Dakota Heritage Bank, sharing their heritage and their future with locations in North Dakota and Minnesota. Go to dhb.bank. That, again, is dhb.bank. In a game that goes 1 hour and 29 minutes, 10 runs, 8 hits, 1 error for Casselton, while for Gwinner, no runs, 4 hits, and 6 errors. And Casselton really took advantage of that particular. As joining us now on the post-game show is Mr. Jairus Stoll. Can you hear me all right down there?
Yeah, I can.
Some congratulations on the win, Jairus. Just take us through what does it mean for this particular group to get to essentially the state semifinals here coming up in about 24 hours.
Yeah, it feels great. I mean, we came out here a little bit slow, but we didn't hang our heads and we made the plays.
Able to get 5 runs across on the third. He took advantage of a couple of errors throughout, but 5 runs, 3 hits in that particular third inning. You sent 9 batters to the plate. How about Hunter Hagnes with the squeeze? Just take us through that one.
Yeah, that was sweet. So, Max told me just run right when he threw the ball, and I sprinted, and Hunter was there and got the ball down. It was awesome.
What's going through your mind when you're blistering down the third baseline, wondering if that's going to actually get bunted or not?
I mean, it's pretty scary, but you just got to run with your head down, and your teammate will make the play for you.
What did you see from your teammate? Speaking of a teammate, Cole Boer here today on the mound.
That was awesome. He pitched his strikes like he always does, and we got the players behind him to make plays.
As you move forward here, Jairus, in this one, what do you hope to take from Game 1 yesterday, Game 2 today, as you find out who your opponent's going to be 24 hours from now?
We hope to carry the momentum going and hopefully hit well whoever we play next and go to the state championship.
Hey, Jairus, congratulations on the win. Best of luck tomorrow in the semifinals.
All right, thank you.
That again, Jairus Stoll with us here. That interview brought to you in part by Dakota Heritage Bank, sharing their heritage and their future with locations in North Dakota and Minnesota. We'll continue with more after this here from Lemoore.
Partnership is a way of life here in the Northland. It's about pitching in to help our neighbors, making lending decisions locally, honoring long-term commitments to farmers, Main Street businesses, teams, schools, and rural communities. We're more than just a bank. We're a community partner, working constantly and diligently to enrich the lives of everyone we serve. Bank North, always true.
As we come back here, let's get to some of our post-game particulars. First things first, let's get to our Ag Country Player of the Game. Ag Country Farm Credit Services, focused on ag, focused on you. Find an agent at agcountry.com. That again is agcountry.com. A kind of a 1-2 combination of who we heard from there with both Cole Boer, also with Jairus Stoll. Stoll was able to get a couple of base hits, a double in the third, a single in the fifth, scored 2 runs on 2 hits and gets 2 runs driven in as well. He's part 1. Then Cole Boer, 4 2/3 innings of work of 3-hit baseball, 2 walks and 2 strikeouts. Those 2 players are Ag Country players of the game. That again is Ag Country. To find a branch or a spot near you, go to agcountry.com. From there, we go to our Agassi Precision Ag plays of the contest, and it's going to be the double plays. The first one, Sauerbom at the plate in the second. It's scoreless. Runners at first and second with 1 out. It's a line drive, little soft line drive to Kozowski, who has to jump, climb the ladder, makes the catch, and throws it to Zemer to get Eli Olson out of that second inning. Then from there, also another double play that was in the fifth, as Peterson was at the mound Stahl was at first. He got doubled up on, and Crochet with the hit was double played 1-3. The double plays are our plays of the game, brought to you in part by Agassi Precision Ag, your feature precision planting dealer. Go to planterdoc.com. That again is planterdoc.com. Call 701-436-2119. And finally, we get to our Halstead Telephone Company post-game connection. Anytime you have a suicide squeeze, that's going to be right up there for me, and they're able to get this suicide squeeze as Hunter Hagnes put the ball down. You just heard from Jared Stahl going, well, my coach just told me to run right when it left his hand, and that's exactly what he did. Able to get the squeeze play down and executed perfectly there by Hagnes. That is our Halstead Telephone Company post-game connection of the match. Discover local reliability you can trust at Halstead Telephone. It's on a connect at halsteadtel.com. Final line score when we return.
Halstead Telephone Company delivers fast broadband internet, telephone, and cable TV to residents in this region, including Halstead, Shelley, Neilsville, Climax, Fisher, Bigland, Gentilly in Minnesota, and Hillsborough, Caledonia, Gardner, and Argusville, North Dakota. Serving the area residents since 1904, Halstead Telephone continues to create a bright future for this region using 100% fiber optic technology. Service plans offer flexibility and choices, and there's local support personnel ready to help. Contact Halstead Telephone Company today.
As we come back here in our post-game show, final numbers look like this. Parker Wixo was able to reach base twice with 2 runs scored. He goes 0 for 3 at the plate. Jonah Tholkus would eventually go 1 of 3 at the plate with a single. He had 1 run scored. Fletchock had a run scored, courtesy running for him in the third. Also Tholkus with a walk in that inning as well. Carver Kozowski would finish 1 of 3 today, hit by pitch in the third with a run scored, with a run driven in as well in the sixth. Jackson Deutsch goes 2 for 4 at the plate with 2 runs driven in and 2 runs scored. Jairus Stahl, who we just talked with, goes 2 for 3 at the plate, 2 runs scored and 2 runs driven in. Kellen Crochet here, able to go 1 of 3 with a single. Cole Boer here in this particular outcome reaches base twice, but would go 0 for 3. Does have a run scored. That was back in the sixth. Hunter Hagnes able to make that little squeeze play. Also able to get a single and a run scored in the sixth inning as he goes 2 of 3 with a run scored and a run driven in. And Andrew Zemer goes 0 for 2. Anthony Ferderer goes at the plate here in this one. He goes 0 for 2 with a hit by pitch. You had Harry Newsell going 0 for 3. Cole Fury goes 1 of 3. Elijah Hansen 0 for 3. Nagowski 0 for 3. Olson 1 of 2. Peterson 1 of 2. Sauerbaum goes 0 for 1 with the walk, and Yoakum goes 0 for 2 here today. Cole Boer goes 4 2/3, 3 hits, 2 walks, and 2 strikeouts in the win. Cole Fury picks up the last 2 1/3, 3 hits, 6 runs, all unearned, 1 walk, hit by pitch, and 3 strikeouts. In a game that goes 1 hour and 29 minutes. With the win, Casselton will play tomorrow at 5 o'clock. With the loss, Gwinner will have a date with Lemoore. That'll be at 2:30. Coming up next at 6:30, it'll be Central McLean and Thompson. Until then, enjoy the rest of your Saturday and join us for one more here at the park in Lemoore to put a bow on game number 4 of day number 2.